Hey guys, welcome to Makeup and Hustle. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Vidhi and today we are creating this look right here, but it's not about the look. It is actually just a quick get ready with me with a bunch of new makeup that I bought while I was in India and just trying on a lot of those things. But I mean, it's not all great, but for the most part, it wasn't too bad. So I hope you guys will stick around to see what I've used on this face and also to catch up with me and see what I've been up to in the last 2 months. I've been gone for quite a while. I did film a little bit of a video in between, but obviously I have been gone for a significant amount of time. So if you're keen and if you want to know what I've been up to, then please stay tuned. And before we get started, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Please also don't forget to subscribe. It does help me out loads. But without further rambling, let's get on in to today's video. And we've got some earrings. Forgot to wear my earrings and my ring this morning. That's fine. Alrighty. I feel like I'm doing this after so long that I'm just like, ugh, what is missing? Anyways, I've got my brows in place. I've used the Morphe Cold Brew Brow Powder. I'm going to start with my complexion and then we'll go in with the rest of the eyes. I mean, I'm using a new palette, but that's fine. I'm going to start out by using the Color Bar Perfect Match Primal Water. This is Calm It Down Primal Water, apparently. So we're just going to spritz this. Okay, very scented, but quite cooling actually. I like it. I got my booster shot yesterday and I'm doing great. I got Moderna. I'm doing great, but my arm is just really sore. I got it on my left arm and like I can't lift my arm up, so it's a bit annoying, but I'm doing okay. Like everything else, like no fever or a little bit tired. Like I'm a little sleepy, but that just could be because I couldn't sleep well. That was something that all three of us, so my brother, my husband, and I got the shots together, and three of us had a rough night. We couldn't sleep well, and yeah. But other than that, like my hubby does have a fever at the moment, so he's sort of, like sort of trying to cope. But he's had Nurofen and stuff, and I think he should be fine by tomorrow, but he is a little sick at the moment. My brother's doing okay. I'm doing okay. We both have a little bit of a sore arm, but that's pretty much it. And that's pretty much what we had with Pfizer as well. But yeah, I'm lucky, touch wood, it stays that way. It's really, really hot here though. Okay, I'm going to follow it up with the Nyquil Prep Me Up Primer. This is in tone, smooth, and perfect. Just going to, as usual, apply with my fingers. This is like a pore filling primer. I'm breaking out so much. I had like a couple of pop-ups here on my chin as well. I mean, you can still see them. I think my body is like still adjusting to summer here. It was winter in India. And my skin was extremely dry, and now it's like extremely humid here, so it's sort of like still adjusting. As long as my skin doesn't go back to being dry like it was last winter, I should be okay. Fingers crossed. Now, some of these products I've had for a while. I don't necessarily use them quite often in my collection here in Australia, but some of these products are new. So for foundation today, I'm actually going in with the K-Beauty foundation. This is in the shade 120Y. It's light. I've been wanting to try this for such a long time. It was going to launch just a little before I left last year. I think it was in March. And no, sorry, it launched a week after I left, I think. And then I tried to get it when I was in India this past month, and it was out of stock, and then all of a sudden it came in stock, and I was like, bam, that's it, I gotta get it. So I finally picked it up, and I'm quite keen to try. Let's see. I don't know the claims or anything like that, but I just I just want to put on some new makeup. We're not getting into any great details or anything like that. This is just sort of like a warm-up video for me after coming back. I did not film while I was in India the whole time because I was so caught up with work. I mean, I went to Uganda and then I went to India from Uganda with mom. And it was pretty full on. Like, we were so busy with life and just sort of getting everything in order. I wanted to get as much done as possible before I left for my mom. And I think I got a lot of things done, but I mean, you know, like it's never, oh, the shade is great. It's never 100%. So a lot of stuff is still pending and I'm still trying to get them sorted while I'm here. But, yeah, so it was pretty hectic. Like we were, despite like the cases and everything, like we were pretty much out every day, going to the bank and, you know, doing like getting things sorted. And I was actually where I was in Ahmedabad, so that's where my in-laws are as well. And obviously I had to go to their place. I had to sort my stuff out as well. Like I had to get like my Indian IDs and stuff sorted, so my father-in-law was helping me out with that. I had some bank stuff that I wanted to sort out on like my personal ones, not my mom's. So like it was a full-on trip. Like it was super intense, and then the whole time I was actually pretty sick. I have pretty much survived this entire trip on medication. Every day there was something new, right from like aches and pains to cold and flu. It was a little bit of everything. Also, like it's been so long since I've left India that I like the food as well doesn't suit me, which is really sad because the food is great. So it's not covering up this massive zit right here, but I think it's a really nice foundation. Like it's a pretty decent coverage and it feels really comfortable. I feel like it's meshed onto my skin really well. And it almost feels like skin. So to me that's A++. I'm not going to build it up anymore. I mean, I'm quite comfortable with that, and I don't think it's going to build up to like a full coverage. I think it's like a light to medium coverage from the feel and the look of it. But anyways, I'm going to go in next with the Infallible 24-hour concealer pomade. This is in light medium. So yeah, the food didn't quite suit me. I could not eat anything spicy. Like my stomach was reacting straight away. It was really, I was super upset because like I love spicy food. And yeah, like it was just very annoying. From dry skin to stomach issues to having like a sore throat constantly because of the dust, and then I had a really bad neck pain. It lasted for like a week and I was constantly placing hot packs and taking medication, and it just wouldn't get better. I applied deep heat, cold pack, hot pack, like you name it, I think I did it. And then eventually like I got some really strong medication from the chemist, and that finally helped after like 2 days. But this entire trip was it was quite productive, but it was quite taxing as well, because obviously like you're dealing with so much emotions as well. Like Uganda was, I think, really hard. My parents have lived there for quite a long time, and just going back and like sort of winding up their life there was just extremely difficult. And my dad was, he had a big personality. Like he was extremely loved. He was very jovial, and you know, like people were in shock with what had happened. Obviously for us it was really hard to cope as well, and it was just as hard for the people whose lives he's touched. You know, we had an outpouring of support from his employer to all their well wishers and stuff like that. Like it was pretty full on. But yeah, like it was very difficult for mom. Like she was definitely struggling quite a bit over there. And then we took 2 weeks, and I'm so glad that we only took 2 weeks, because I don't think like either one of us could have handled anymore. It was definitely very, very hard. But we're just glad that that chapter is over. Like we're definitely going to miss the people and everyone, but I'm just glad like that's over and done with. Obviously it was really difficult to film while I was in Uganda, and then it was just we came back to India, and like we had to sort of do all of that again, and it was just like too much. Like it's been a week since I've been back today actually, and I'm still sort of recovering. I got back on Thursday night, and today's Friday morning, the following week. So it's been exactly a week since I've been back, and obviously I did the rapid antigen test, which is really hard to find, and I had to do it again after 6 weeks, and then after 6 days, and then again I got my booster shot and stuff. Like, so it's just been like full on. But yeah, most definitely glad to be back. Obviously I wanted to do a lot more for mom while I was there, but I mean, in the middle of being in India, obviously we had a lot of issues here in terms of COVID cases, and I tried so hard to get a ticket back sooner, and that just didn't work. There were just no tickets available, and the ones that were available were like super short notice, and that was just not feasible. And like the whole time I was just like extremely scared that I was gonna have to quarantine again after coming back, and I just didn't want to. Like, not only is it expensive, but like it's also just, you know, you're just stuck. And while I was stuck in a really good hotel last time, I did not want to go through that process again. Luckily, we made it. The flight was full when I came back. People are definitely traveling quite a bit, but yeah. Sorry, the powder that I used was the K-Beauty HD Setting Loose Powder in Banana, and I haven't like set my under eyes like super heavily, just lightly dusted with a powder brush. Okay, I've powdered my face, but we're gonna give this a shot anyway. We'll see how that goes. But I have the K-Beauty Caramel Focus Pencil. It's that shade right there. I think it might be, I don't know, we're gonna try it out anyways. Let's see. I think it might be really warm. Let's see. I'm gonna do that much to start. Yeah, it's definitely very, very warm. But it's blending out. It's really creamy, which is great. It's creamy, but it's got a dry formula. And so far it doesn't seem to be disturbing the foundation underneath, so I mean, for blending it out on top of powder, I don't think that's bad. I think that did a pretty good job. Okay. But yeah, I did buy like a few makeup and stuff. I think I placed like 2 orders on Nyquil. And then I was like, is it even worth it? Because I couldn't film. I did film one video, the previous one to this, but that was it. And to be honest, like, it's not, I went out and I wore makeup or anything like that. I literally did not wear makeup for the entire 2 months, other than the video that I filmed. I barely met any of my relatives. Actually, I didn't meet any of my relatives, to be honest. Just didn't have the time. And I met a couple people from my in-laws side, because it's what you do. And that was it. You know what? I'm going to bronze up the entire nose, and then I'm going to go in with a concealer. There's no saving this other than that. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade 15. We'll come back to that a little bit later, but I'm just going to even it out with my jawline. I'm just going to finish that and I'll be right back. Wow, it goes to show I haven't filmed in a long time. Okay, so I literally have been filming and I'm not sure how much of it has been filmed. I can literally feel like I haven't been around or haven't been filming for a while. Obviously I have my blush and highlight on. Not sure if that part was filmed, so I'll just quickly run through what I used. For blush, I used this Nyquil Get Cheeky Blush Duo. This is in Rose and Raisin. I've used a combination of the two. I wasn't quite feeling it, but I think it's coming together now, so it's okay. And then for highlight, I again have another Nyquil Glow Getter Highlighter Duo. And this is in Rose Gold and Blonde Gold. And I think I'm using the Rose Gold one. Yeah, definitely the Rose Gold one. So that one there. Which is what I have. I thought I would get a little bit of a cast with this, but so far I think it's looking okay. So fingers crossed. And then for eyeshadow palette, I bought the K-Beauty Bare Soul palette, which is totally up my alley. It's a really nice everyday eyeshadow palette, and I think like you cannot go wrong with this. So I was hoping that this would totally bring everything together, and I think it's doing its job. So far I applied cream all over my eyelids up to my brow bone, and then I went in with Toast, which is just the shade right next to it, and I've applied that just a little bit underneath my brow bone, but all over my eyelids and stuff, and I think it's looking pretty good. I think they're blending really, really well, so I quite like that. I think I'm gonna follow that up now with Champagne, maybe. There's only like two shimmer shadows, so there's a Copper and Champagne. So let's go in with Champagne. I'm just going to use my fingers for that. It's beautiful. It's an extremely foiled shadow. I really like that. I'm applying this all over my mobile lid. I think the eyeshadow palette is a total winner. I can definitely see myself using this a lot more. Oh, it's beautiful. Moving on, I am going to go back into this palette and I'm going to take, I'm going to take a combination of Toast and Tan, and we're just going to apply that in the outer crease. I'm taking a bit more of the Toast because I don't want it to be too dark. We're just going to blend out this outer crease and then just diffuse out any harsh edges there. And then I'm going to take Toast just to the tip of that brush, and I'm just going to take that underneath as well. Let's take a little bit of Tan, add that to the lower lash line. And I'm going to go in with the highlighter, and I'm going to go in with Blonde Gold. I'm going to apply that in the inner corner. And whatever's left on the brush, I'm just taking it up into the crease area. And going back in with the palette, and I'm taking the cream shade. And we're just going to diffuse out that line. And that highlight is going to pop from underneath. I'm just going to line my eyes. There we go. And I use the Maybelline Master Size for that. I'm also going to apply some kajal. And I have the K-Beauty Spade Kajal pencil. And I'm going to tightline my upper and lower waterlines. And I just quickly want to redo my brows because obviously a little bit of it has faded. Much better. And then I'm going to quickly do my lips, spray some setting spray, and then we are going to add some mascara. So for lips, I've got K-Beauty Unleash. So we're just going to, I bought this last time when I was there. Okay, for lips, I have two lipsticks. There is one by Nyquil, which is in Janvi. And then I've got a Wonder Puff Cushion Lipstick, which is Buck Up Buttercup. Again, that is from Nyquil. I think. Let's try this. This is the Janvi from Nyquil. No, it's too cool toned. And then I'm going to add the Buck Up Buttercup. This one is definitely a little bit darker. That is a little bit better. Alright, so now we're just going to quickly set the face. I'm again going to use the Color Bar Perfect Match Primal Water Calm It Down. The same one that we used earlier. It's a very pleasant smell. Like, it's definitely fragranced, but it's quite pleasant, so I don't mind it. It's not a super fine mist. It definitely sort of spritz, like the spray sort of is thrown at your face. But it's not too bad. I guess I don't mind it. And then mascara. So for mascara, I'm going to actually use a combination of two. I'm going to go in with the Nyquil Waterproof Supersizer Volumizer Mascara, and then I'm going to follow it up with the Maybelline Falsies Lash Lift. Alright, you guys, this is the finished look. I had a ton of fun filming this look today. Basically, it's not about the look. I just had a lot of fun sitting down and just sort of getting back into routine of things. I have missed that so much. This feels so normal to me, and I'm so happy to be back and to be able to do this again. I most certainly am quite upset that I obviously miss my mom, and you know, like, I wish I was still there to sort of help her with more stuff that's about to unfold, but I'm most definitely still very glad to be back home and just in my own environment with my own stuff, and like, just if I could have it all, that would be just great, but obviously we can't have it all. And I'm obviously very grateful for being able to just go there and just support her. But yeah, anyways, I think the makeup look turned out okay, not the best. I think the foundation is great. It's just really light coverage, which is okay. I just feel like I'm breaking out so much right now that I want a little bit of a fuller coverage. But so far it's doing really well despite the heat. I think it's holding up really well. It's not super dewy or, you know, super matte, so it's right there in between. It's a comfortable formula, so I quite like that. And I most definitely want to try it out with a brush next time, just to get a feel for the coverage of it. I feel like with the sponge, although with the Juno & Co sponge, most of the foundations do give me a lot, like a decent coverage. So we'll try it out and see how that goes. But I had a ton of fun filming. I just feel so good just having makeup on and just like doing this. Honestly, I cannot believe how much I've missed it and how good it feels. But if you guys have stuck this far, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. Expect more regular content. I keep saying that, but I'm back now, so I have nothing better to do but film. So that should be coming. I think my next video, is going to be my top makeup of 2021. I do have a list going already, and I think I want to do like a try on in that video as well. Like not try on, but like, you know, as we're discussing products, like I do want to apply them on my face. But I hope you guys had fun watching. I hope you guys had fun catching up with me. If you did, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Please also don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you enjoy such content. But until then, take care, you guys. Stay safe, stay well, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.